this is the Nyack with another episode thoughts for Sailor Moon Crystal, for this time for episode 19. And of course this episode has some key introductions as well as finally moving everyone to the future, or more specifically the 30th century of Crystal Tokyo. Of course we do this with Chibiusa as she decides that, she should probably get back to her actual time, and she asks, of course, Usagi and Mamoru to come with her. And, of course, for me, best moment of the entire episode is that we finally get the introduction of Sailor Pluto. Really been looking forward to it, really happy with it, especially since I know this is not going to be the last we see of her. She's definitely going to be a part of the series, or at least this kind of storyline going forward. So it was just nice to finally see her. And, since she is the first, outer guardian that is introduced to this in the series. So really nice to see her. I actually had forgotten that we do actually see Diana in this chapter or / episode. Though, of course, it's at the very end and she doesn't really speak. But still, Diana. That's also really exciting to see. And, of course, when we get Diana, we get to meet King and Demion. And that's basically where the episode ends. But yeah, so lots of really kind of exciting things. I know with the next episode, we're looking at a lot of, I think, info dumping, if I recall correctly, because, it is sticking pretty true to the manga series. In fact, this episode, I think at most, it just kind of abridged some scenes. I think the most noticeable one was near the start, where Chibiusa decides to spend the night over at Mamoru's. And honestly, those scenes, I don't know what they were thinking, but the way that they framed them, some of them at least, it came off as so awkward. Especially the scenes between Mamoru and Usagi, where in the manga it's really intimate, but in Crystal it just came off as really awkward. Very awkward. Just by the way how they animated it, I guess. I know that they're probably, trying to dance around the fact that it is more or less an implied sex scene in the manga. So they probably wanted to, not get anywhere close to, explicit in the anime. But there had to have been a better way, because it looked weird. It looked really weird. And even the scene before that with Mamoru pretty much telling Chibiusa that, she really wants to solve an issue, she shouldn't run away from it. The way that they had him silhouetted against her, it just looked awkward. So I don't know what they were going with that. And then of course, all I could think of was that they were trying to play up that kind of the really weird patch in this entire story arc, which is Chibiusa's kind of crush on Mamoru, and it was weird in the manga. It continues to be weird in Crystal for what we've seen of it. It was weird in the original anime series. It's just a really weird thing. The only good part about the manga and Crystal is the fact that they don't, I guess, focus on it too much. It very much is brought up and more or less brushed aside for the most part until we get into Black Lady, which is just more weirdness. I don't know what Naoko Takeuchi was really thinking about that whole thing, but it it just does not play out well no matter what. So it really didn't matter. That just was going to be weird no matter what. But, outside of that, still pretty good. I do kind of wish that they kept the little scene with Minako and the two cats when, they're kind of settling in to go to sleep over at Minako's place. That was like a cute little scene in the manga, which unfortunately is not in the anime, but I can understand because, again, with R in general, there definitely seems to be a lot packed into every chapter of the manga. So it just seems like it's kind of the natural thing where they kind of have to cut things out here and there, and that is definitely, as cute and as much as I kind of love that little scene, it is only a couple panels anyway, so you could definitely cut it out and not bring too much issue with it. I think one thing I kind of wish they did keep was with that conversation with Mamoru and Usagi, where Usagi's just feeling, really uncertain about herself. She just kind of, in the manga, she brings up that, she feels bad about, worrying about her relationship with Mamoru when, Mars, Mercury, and Jupiter are, in trouble. I kind of really like that, the fact that, at least, we remember that she is thinking about them and, she does care about her friends, which I guess, isn't completely devoid in Crystal, but, I just kind of really liked that train of thought in the manga, so it's kind of sad that, they kind of dropped it in the anime, as that was definitely one of those scenes that they just cut things out of and made a lot shorter than what it originally was in the manga. But I kind of wish they'd at least kept that line. But, what has happened has happened. But outside of that, everything else, pretty true to the manga, and really enjoyed it. Really love, again, Sailor Pluto, the fact that she definitely seems to be, I guess, a little bit more active. Though I guess still, even in the original anime series, she pretty much kind of played the same role, at this point, where, Guardian of Time, and, definitely confronted, Sailor Moon and Company, kind of violently, or pretty much with an attack, both in both versions. But I think the big difference is pretty much going on and moving on forward with the storyline, and how much we get to see of her with that, compared to just this initial appearance. But again, so happy to finally see her. She's definitely one of my favorites, Guardians, always has been, so just really happy to, see her finally animated, and it really makes me hope that we're gonna get the rest of the manga animated for Crystal. I mean, it's not a perfect series, but it's still, a really nice way to get another take of Sailor Moon. Because, it's been redone a couple times, or retold a couple times on different mediums. So this is just another version of it, and I've been enjoying it. If I can speak, I have been enjoying it for the most part. And I really want to see everything else animated. So I guess I'm really hoping that we get an announcement soon that they are going to go ahead and animate the S storyline. That would make me so, so happy. And I think with that, I might as well just go ahead and wrap this up. I think I've pretty much covered everything I wanted to say about the episode. Really looking forward to the next one. Though it's the one after that I'm going to be most excited about now, because that's when we finally get the return of the other Guardians, and I'm really looking forward to that. So it's really nice that we're finally close to that point in the storyline. But yeah, so with that, go ahead, wrap up. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel, leave a like or comment. Until next time, bye.